Welcome to the Console C++ section 1.2. In the last demonstration, Console C++ section 1.1, you were given the necessary tools to work through side-by-side with these demonstrations. In this section, Console C++ section 1.2, you will be learning the basic skeleton of the C++ programming language and some basic command line. Let's get started. Go ahead and find and open your dev++ file. Mine would be computer devcpp devcpp. Go ahead and wait for it to load and skip through any pop-ups that may appear. It'll take a minute or two. Okay, go ahead and click close, or you can go ahead and read these if you would like. Maximize. Alright, first you've got your file, your edit, your search, view, project, execute, debug, tools, CBS, Windows, and help. Okay, in the last tutorial, I kind of made an error. We downloaded a dev C++ version that didn't come with a compiler. But I pointed out in the last video that the link above it is when you should download the devcpp with the compiler. If you don't have the compiler and you would like to use your own compiler, you can go to Tools, Compiler Options, make a new compiler by pressing the plus, and then coming over here to your settings, your directories, C includes and your C++ includes. And that's the one we downloaded. All this is the one we downloaded that included. Okay, so once you have your compiler and everything set up, you go to File, New, Project, Empty Project. We're just going to go ahead and name this Section 1.2. And since we're doing C++ only, we're going to make sure let's click to make this default language of C++. Okay. We're going to go ahead and put it inside of our production file and console section 2. And this inside source. And we will save it there. Now once you see this pop up of your name project, go to new file, and then here is your script. Alright, so first we have the includes. Includes go directly to the preprocessor. The preprocessor looks up what the include is, and it runs a function or a command that the compiler is supposed to do. So for example, include IOString, which is an in and out string used in one of the commands we're going to tell you what it is. Alright. But we're also going to need using namespace std. And then in every single one of the console applications in C++, you'll need int main. And inside your int main, we're going to go ahead and put count with the direction arrow going left, put in hello, and with the semicolon at the end. Alright, so what this program does is it's using a namespace, so we don't have to type in std. So if we were to not have that, that's how that would appear. But if we want to not type this in, we just go ahead and put in using namespace std. It's a lot simpler. And also with the sin command in, we would need a value that the command in is going to be. So int x, and then we're going to say hello and then enter a value. And right here we're going to go ahead and make it, put in a new line /n means a new line, or we can do NL, but we need that as well. Okay, so basically we got a program that's looking at the preprocessor for an in and out stream. The in and out stream is related to the count and send command out and command in. Remember, command in has the direction arrows going toward the script, and the command out has it going toward the outside of the script. So we have the preprocessor looking up the command in and out strings with using namespace std. So we have to type in the std semicolon semicolon, and the int main without any arguments. We'll go over that later. Then we'll look up an integer value of we create an integer value x, which has no value whatsoever, and the program is going to shout out hello with a new line, and the user is going to input a value for x. So whatever they type in will be the value of x. And then at the end we're going to type in return 0, and that will make the entire program just close. So we'll compile inside of our source file in section 1.2. Click the compile and close it. And if you don't want to have to close it manually all the time, go ahead and go to your environment options, interface, auto close after compile. And since I'm on Windows 7 64-bit, I may get an error, which I will. So just hit continue, it's going to work perfectly fine. And then we're going to run the program, hello. So it instantly gets to include in and out string using the namespace std, int main, int x, which is the created variable with no value, and count hello, that's shouting out hello, and then command in is asking the user to input x. So we will put in 7. So as soon as we hit enter, the value of x will be 7, and then the program will close. Okay, so let's go ahead and make out a reliable program or so that we can use this with. So int x, int y. Okay, we have two integers, x and y. We can also do x, well, we'll go over that later, or you'll see it. We won't even go over it, you'll just see it and you'll know what it is. Okay, so we got int x, no value, int y, no value. What these slashes are comments. So whenever you want to put a comment, which is considered for coding, you put int x, no value, int y, no value. Oops. Okay. So with our two integers, we want to go ahead and make them add together. So we gotta first get the user to put into values for x and y. So command in x. So whatever the user inputs for x will be the value. So command in y. So directly after we get the value of x, we're going to get the value of y. And then count x plus y. Now you may be thinking, well, why don't we need the quotations? Because you only need that for a string of text like space value of x plus y. And then we can go to the line and everything. Or let's go with middle. And return 0. Okay. We have everything that's in this. Let's go ahead and compile this once again. This should auto close to work correctly. It did. Oops. And function int name expected for string constant. Oh. Okay, let's try that again. Okay. So once you change the data type, you gotta go ahead and put in the command out. See, I didn't remember that. I don't usually do this, so I didn't remember that. So go ahead and file it once again, just to make sure, because I just clicked something. And then we're going to go ahead and go up here and run it again. And it's asking us the command of x, the value of x, so we're going to do something simple like 2. We're going to hit enter, and then 7, which will come up with 9. So command out 9, it came up. We're going to go ahead and create a system call. This is considered bad programming to do, but we're going to go ahead and use it for the sake of learning, so we're not typing in more code that you won't understand. The next tutorial will go over functions and different integers. It will be a long tutorial, so bear with us on it. Alright, so we're on point 1, or 2, which we should get through that. 3 is the value of x plus y. And then it asks us to percent key to continue, which is the system pause. We hit space and click. So that sums up section 1.2. Go ahead and head over to console C++ section 1.3 to learn about functions and different integer values.